This looks to be as I left it. We'll try borderless and see what the performance is like. Yeah, some of this has definitely been reset. The graphics have been reset since last time. I don't want any of that stuff, do we? Still doesn't scroll up and down. Not sure what that means. Trying to remember standard settings for this kind of thing. See how that goes. No, I need my... that's... Still got my settings, I think. Yes, still got my settings, so I'll leave the rest of those, and we should be away. Maybe not. I'll leave the in-game announcer on just to test. Oh, VoIP, thanks. Alright. Let's give it a go, shall we? So, looks like it's the same map, same modes. Ooh, must set up the stream chat. Whoever's watching at the moment, it's I haven't set chat up. I'll be there in a sec. There's my stream. Hi, Hans, yes. Can't stack AT mines. Yeah, I'll have a look at that for you. Let me just pop out the chat and I'll get to it. Okay. Oh. I'll get to it. It's crashed. Awesome. So So I guess I won't be getting to it. Stability not something they've looked at then. It did crash a couple of times. Let's give that another go. I seem to remember last time I had to turn down my settings to get it to not crash. So perhaps I'll turn things down a bit more in video settings. It did stabilise last time once I turned the settings down, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it saved the stuff I changed. Yeah, all the servers are full now. Let's just put myself on the list for that one. Queuing. Yeah, you can see there's a couple more people on the stream now. If you've got any questions or if you want me to try anything when I'm in, just let me know in the chat. Or just chat in the chat. Anyway, I can respond to you in voice here. It's a bit tricky to type in that chat sometimes. And one good thing about being a small YouTuber is you guys come to watch me, then I can interact with you directly rather than have to swim through hordes of chat spam. Still in the queue. It'd be kind of handy for it to do what Battlefield 1 does, and when you're in the queue you can still go and browse for a non-queuing. Ah, it does do that, it's just not very clear. Okay, so I'm still in the queue, but I can browse for another server. Quite a few servers running. Clearly a couple of them are not. Oh, yeah, the US ones. Depending on whether East Coast or West Coast, are between 90 and 160 ping. European ones at 20, so they're looking very similar to what we have in Battlefield 1. While I'm in the queue, let's just have a quick look at the menus, I guess. So it looks like we've got the two game modes, ground operations. No more special assignments for this alpha. I did that assignment in the previous one. Okay. You'd think I'd have more daily orders, not having to wait for them, but having not played for weeks, but there you go. So, not much to see. And once again, I use the server search in Battlefield 1 quite a lot, and this is a bit of an annoyance. You order it in number of players order, and if they're 64 then it doesn't order it any further. It'd be nice if it put this one first, since there's the first one it's put as a queue of 4 people. Hey Hans, sorry. 9 ping. Are you living next to the server? I'm pretty close actually, yeah. That's a UK one. Yeah. That's an actual UK server. That's new actually, isn't it? UK servers. We didn't have that for Battlefield 1. They were Irish or French. Maybe Dutch. But we didn't have a UK one, so yay me. Except of course there's a bit of controversy in Battlefield 1 with low ping players complaining that actually it's a disadvantage. That was weird. I just misclicked that button and it looked like it was putting me into matchmaking, but also leaving me in the game queue for that server. Well, this is a test. I'll see what that does, I guess. Ah, there's one filling. Now I can't cancel the queue I'm in. Oh dear. Yeah, so there's some feedback for them straight away. It seems I can't leave that queue no matter what I want to do. Ah, matchmaking's put me in it. Dodgy. Okay. Fingers crossed the game doesn't actually crash this time. Oh. Well, that's not a crash, I guess. But what is it doing? Ah, fantastic. So that kind of put me in and didn't put me in. Whoa, hello. Hey, it's the game. Right. I'm just going to have a quick look.
Okay, we have taken objective Able.
Well, that's pretty loud. Let's turn that down. So, it's looking like the same archetypes as before. So, hands, as much as I'd love to test the 18 mines, I don't think there are any. Oh, good grief. Game's just crashed. At least it didn't take my desktop with it. It tried to. Whoa. One more time, guys. One more time. Yeah, well, hopefully I'm going to get in and play Corey and you can watch, but that's 2 crashes so far. I'm going to turn my graphics down and see what happens.
Hi, sorry I missed your call. I'm alright, thanks.
Yeah, that's another crash, so... This is pretty much how my last alpha went, till things stabilised. I've no idea why. Like I say, the only clue I had before was I turned my graphics settings down, so I've tried that again a little bit. I'll take them down further if I crash again. It's all good testing. Which is what we're here for. There's a server. restarting the round. Okay, I guess that means we've only just got enough people loaded. Let's see if we can do this finally without a crash. Now, Hans wanted me to try AT mines, but I'm thinking that we aren't going to get any. No, it's dynamite and Panzerfaust like the last one, Hans. Sorry about that. Ah, I tell a lie though, of course. It's the light machine gun engineer that has the AT mines, so I will be able to try those for you. Give that a go. And Corey, the English morning here is bright but chilly. Better than the steaming hot it has been. Okay, here we go. That's loud. That's very loud. Let me just turn that down. I'm going to try and lay those mines at least somewhere useful, Hans, but you'll see. So we'll see when we engage how it goes. So far the frame rate's not bad. Previous iteration it was dodgy enough that it made it difficult to judge whether the netcode was decent or whether the TTK was good. It's hard to tell because frame rate was pretty abysmal. Alright, I'm going to put some lines down here. And yeah, those two went directly over the top of each other, Hans. See if I can get this guy into going over him. Come on. Oh, he backed off just before he went over him. And there's my spotting. I really, yeah, I didn't like that last time and I don't like it now. If I press Q, which is automatic to me after Battlefield 1, if I press Q it puts a red triangle in the middle of nowhere to distract my team. So I've literally got to remember not to press Q at all. Unless there really is someone to spot. So, as I say, there's only a few of you watching. If you want me to do anything in particular, or try anything in particular, just let me know. They've toned the snow down. Still a nice... I didn't mind before. I mean, it made it hard to see, but it just... kind of should be more away, shouldn't it? It's a sniper. A little bit of strafing on the way down. I can resupply myself, but do I get mines back? No, I don't think so. That seems to be what I did last time again. I wonder if you can resupply other people but not yourself with hardware. Yeah, tank's quiet. Okay. I'm going to try and get to the... Oh, I want to get to the ammo and see if I can resupply my mines. Yes, okay, so you can't resupply yourself with mines. Interesting. I actually quite like that. And that kicks. I like the limited ammo idea. It stops people being quite so gung-ho and crazy. Not quite sure what language my voiceover is in. I need to German, I guess. I need to make that local. And she noticed my pop-up. Yes. Shh. No one knows that I'm also an MMO player. I'll just go close that window. Yeah, I'm liking the look of the snow too. Subtle. Quite so crazy. Where's that guy? Someone actually was spotted there. See, the ADS speed is pretty slow on these LMGs. Guess that's not a terrible thing. Sounds like a tank. Let's change class.
Hier, Munition. Mach was draus.
Oh, hang on.
Die Munition geht aufs Haus.
Ooh. Alright. How did I not notice that last time? So, when you pick up someone else's weapon, it doesn't change your whole kit. It just changes your primary weapon. Interesting. So you effectively can't change class mid-game. One thing I noticed last time was that destroying these fuel barrels was really unimpressive. Yep, still is. Did very little. Ooh, okay. I've got to get used to those iron sights. That didn't seem to be doing what I thought it would at all. Oh, yeah, that's German. I recognise that word.
Sanitäter!
Okay. I'm going to change my class. No hands, I guess you can't swap to a medic and revive someone then, that being the case. I'm going to go medic and try the SMG. Previously that was really accurate for an SMG. Let's see. Ow.
Hier, Erste Hilfe für dich. Ich habe Medikamente für dich.
Healing.
Hier, was bringt dich wieder auf die Beine?
Well, that was terrible. Yeah, frame rates are not great at the moment. I'll blame the frame rate for that awful performance.
Ich bin getroffen! Scheiße!
Oh. Just remember my squad. I guess we're okay.
Irgendwelche Befehle, Feldwebel?
Not getting any orders. I'd really like to try the
Das wird dir helfen, Soldat.
just like to try that V2 rocket, but I have to get to be a squad leader to do that. stuff. Frame rate's not great. I might try and turn the graphics down again if I crash. I'll have to stop for some reason. Hands. If you spam the medics button, do you stay down longer? When I was trying that last time, it seemed to have no connection whatsoever, but I think it was a bit broken in the previous iteration, so we'll see.
Noch mehr!
Wow. Instant death from a close-range sniper. So I'm not going to touch the Naga medic button. That seems to be going just the same speed. Oh, we've got plenty of guys coming in. I'd like to spawn on my squad there. I think if I go to the deployment overview, I might get a better look. There's my squaddy. There we go.
Da! Erste Hilfe für dich!
Ouch.
Hier! Erste Hilfe schadet nicht!
That's the tank. And a
Erste
sniper in
Hilfe,
the
hier.
distance. Feel of that.
Verteidigt das Ziel! Schickt ihn auf den Präsentierteller! Schickt Hilfe!
Doesn't feel as mad accurate. Plenty of recoil.
Moin, Soldat!
As you'd expect on a submachine gun. One of my main complaints on their plans was that they've removed random bullet deviation from all of the weapons. Which would mean if you single shot, then every single bullet hits its target. But it looks like they've really ramped up the recoil, so unless you single shot really slowly, you're not going to get that laser accuracy. So that's a good thing, really. Tank doesn't appear to be coming down, but smoke's just come in, so was that prior to a raid? What? That'll be someone.
Erste Hilfe!
I'm going to sneak behind him.
Damit kommst du wieder auf die Beine!
See if I can't take out these two. I don't know why they're spotted, but they're spotted.
Da! Kommen Sie! Verteidigen! Hier! Erste Hilfe!
Ugh. My guy blocked my view. Yes, been mellow, yeah. The snow's definitely toned down a tad. Probably not going to really notice until I get into a building where it used to really gather.
Leg sie ab! Benutzt mich!
Don't remember being given an order, but I still don't have squad leadership. Ouch.
Hier! Erste Hilfe für dich, Soldat! Erste Hilfe! Für dich! Erste Hilfe, Soldat!
Ah. Tank round splashed through. Hans, I'm not sure if the downtime is connected to whether there's a medic nearby or not. Would be interesting. But again, I don't think so. It certainly wasn't in the last alpha, and this time. I could always try and change to a squad that has other medics to test that one. That's a good test. I like it. Let's go to deploy overview and see if I can switch squads. That was broken last time, but no, would be the answer. Maybe if someone else spawns medic, I can test that theory. Let me just quickly try scout. No choice but the car 98. What else did we have? Back spyglass and flag and all spawn beacon. Spotting scope. Spawn beacon. I want to test the flare to see how well that works. Or how badly. I wasn't particularly impressed last time, I have to admit. I'm just changing the distance of my minimap. Looks like they're pushing F from D, so let's go and give D some overwatch. Ah, there's a tank though, not much I can do about that. That really sounds like someone's shooting at me. There he is. Ah. That change to pistol was pretty slow, but the close range sniper shot did quite a lot of damage to him. Ah, I think you're right, Hans, actually. Just trying that. That looked like when you actually ask for help, it slows down the respawn. Oh, spotted. Oh god, this squad's all snipers now. Perhaps I won't pick sniper. Ah. Oh look, I finally got a vehicle with those mines. Nice. So if I don't call for revive, that goes a bit quicker. Ah, get a buddy revive. Thanks, dude. I'm able to finish off the chap that was that killed me. And thanks for that ammo, dude. It really is a different vibe from Battlefield 1. I don't know. It feels different anyway. That's a bit of a fluffy statement. Feels different, but it kind of did. So interesting that those AT mines clearly lived through several respawns. They don't disappear if you die, or if you respawn as a different class, which is pretty normal for Battlefield, but nice to see still. It's definitely a way to do it. I think there was a stage in Battlefield. Oh, that's a tank, no point trying to fire back at that. I think there was a stage in Battlefield where mines would disappear unless you stayed engineer. That seemed to hold its breath automatically when I first... No, maybe it's just a sound effect. Or maybe it's because I was sprinting. The ADSing is not super quick. It doesn't mean that you still can't quickscope, but it's kind of without looking. 50 with a sniper rifle. Wow. Bullet drop's impressive too. A bit out in the open there, isn't there? These. Is scope square gone? It's moving slightly. If I'm not using my mouse now, you can see that it's moving. I don't know, at this range. That's effectively possibly a figure 8 of a couple of feet. Slow, but it's there. If I hold my breath, dead still. But that's only a couple of seconds. Maybe there will be perks to improve that later. Come on, you're not going to show yourself now, are you? You're not getting much damage for a body shot with a sniper. Yikes. Yeah. Not getting much for a body shot, but I'm told from the last alpha that something like 60 damage gets you the kill anyway. So there is that. I'd like to go sniper, but there's already 3 snipers in the squad. Can't bring myself to gimp the side by being all sniper. Oh. I do tend to prefer assault rifle accuracy rather than high rate of fire, so we'll try that first. We've got dynamite, sticky dynamite, stick grenade, and the old Panzerfaust. Let's see how that goes. I'm back up the Panzer. Try and do what people never do in these games and really should. Whenever you see footage of a tank in a real war situation, what you will see... Oh man! Wow, that was bad aiming. What you'll see is quite a few infantry slowly following it, giving it cover. No one ever does that in these games. No one, you never get infantry cover for a tank. Ah! Handy that you can build fortifications from the ground. And then you can't hide buddy revive. Oh, it's only a squad you can buddy revive. Yep. There's someone up now. Maybe not. What's that fortification? Really? Just a little pile of sandbags there. I guess everything's useful to some degree, but hardly seems worth the effort. Okay, let's go down to F. Come on, give us some orders, squad leader. That's me pressing Q again. I do that automatically in every game. I do that in games where there isn't even a spot function because of Battlefield has trained me to do it as soon as I see someone cute. Fortunately, you do it in Battlefield 5 and you get that, a really distracting little marker for your team, which means nothing because you probably pressed it by accident. It's difficult to gauge how effective spotting actually is, because if you miss, you stick that stupid thing down. What I'd really like is a comma rose. I don't know, Battlefield 3 was it? Where you'd say spotted and say what you'd spotted via the comma rose. But we'll see. Very hard to see the enemies still. Maybe I'm just used to Battlefield 1. I think this graphic style and the graphics on this map as well are very busy. But you'd get used to that. And it's good really. You have to use your actual eyes. Crikey, full auto, these assault rifles are pretty inaccurate.
Wir brauchen einen Sturmtiger. Wiederhole. Brauchen Sturmtiger. Übertragung erhalten. Wir arbeiten dran.
I am not leading very well. What's the ping doing? That doesn't sound good. Oh, it's okay. It's a B2 for us, I think, if it comes from that direction. On the tank! That goes to show how dangerous the B2 is. While you're watching the pretty fireworks, you get shot in the back of the head. So it didn't feel this way last time, but if this assault rifle is supposed to be the accurate one of the two that assault are getting, then wow, it sure isn't. I'm going to have to use some slow burst fire, let the recoil recover. Pretty sure there's someone down there. Ah, or there's someone on my right here. You're enjoying hearing the German. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's nice to hear your team speaking in its language for a bit of immersion. But of course, I can't understand the call-outs, so from that point of view, it's useless. Ideally, I need someone to use a really terrible German accent, so I get the immersion, but actually get to understand call-outs as well. But then, these guys would have to get voice actors for every single language and every single possible accent to go with it. So I guess that's not bad. Ooh, I thought there might be another rocket following that one. We should get out of here, boys. That's a V2 rocket. Can't really tell which way it's coming from. Ah. It's coming down near here somewhere. Let's go give this guy a buddy. Oh no, buddy revive. Am I going to get shot while I'm doing this? Plenty of enemy on the flag. Oh, I survived. overflow. Going after him. And that's it. Oh dear. Need some sticky dynamite. Oh no! That didn't go well. And there's that infantry support for the tank that I was talking about. Essential. That tank was dead meat if they hadn't have had infantry protecting it. Didn't matter. Can you already drag a body? Couldn't in the last alpha. I didn't see any keyboard shortcut. So I'm thinking no. Mergen's still not giving us any orders, but it's not giving me the squad when I ask for them, so that functionality's not in. Ooh, that was a V2 coming in. I really should join my squad, I guess. Is that tank still around? Yeah, it feels a bit swimmy. Controls. A little bit spongy. Maybe they're interpolating more than they should. Tank down. Oh, another tank. Behind as well. Ah. I was bracketed. This looks a bit buggy. Complete squad wipe. That's why it wasn't showing me over anyone's shoulder. So the enemy are doing better now, but it's too late for this round, I think. Of course, the ticket bleed function is in, so we aren't getting any flag points now, but we only have to do 17 kills. I still believe we obviously get that they lose a ticket per kill. See an enemy tank keeps being spotted. Is it like Battlefield 1 where they spot themselves if they fire? I think it probably is. Which I'm not so sure I'm keen on. Alright, well, that felt okay. I think the netcode, I know that's not a real term, but netcode feels a little bit better than the last alpha, but it's still, the control, disconnected, great. The control still feels a little bit spongy. When I'm snapping to target, it's almost like the control system lags behind. And the frame rate's okay, so it's not that. It's almost like there's mouse smoothing, but I think I turned that off, didn't I? Just have a look in the options. Unless I got that wrong, wasn't there? Raw mouse input is on. And there was another setting. Uniform shoulder aiming's on. Some of those aren't as I like them, but I'm going to leave them as they are. That looks like I left it last time. Ah, where's that setting going to be? There definitely was one. Who can remember? Something other than raw mouse input was the was the name of the setting, but it had a similar function. Damn it, can't remember. Ah, that was it. Future frame rendering is on again. I'm sure I turned that off. Remove all filtering of gameplay input. I'm going to try that. See if that makes it feel less spongy. So I'll try assault with the same weapon as a direct comparison. See what happens. Again, guys, if you want me to try anything in game, just ask in chat. I do wish people wouldn't fire when there's nothing to fire at. Gunfire is the main indicator for something you need to take note of. When they do it for no reason, it's very distracting. Get it a lot, huh?
Erwarte weitere Befehle. Tausend Dank. Kann ich machen.
There's some German for your hands. Ow. Medic.
Die haben mich erwischt. Sanitäter.
I guess medic is sanitator. Of course, I'm only healing up to 59. I'm not healing up all the way anymore. Which I kind of like. Let's see if I get an option to drag my buddy. Oh jeez, that was terrible. I think I was also getting hit by the guy in the distance. As is my squad, it would seem. But team's doing okay. Not feeling any difference in the controls. It may just be unfamiliar gunplay, that's the issue. That felt bad though. I guess that recoil is something to get used to. They've certainly, well, they must have increased it since last time. Whoa, and how many shots did he take to kill? I really didn't expect to have to put that many into him. Curious. As I say, in the last alpha, it seemed like the TTK was extremely low. People were dying real quick. Not the case in this one. I'm going to try once more with that gun. The assault rifle for the assault guy. See how it feels. And then I'll move on to the SMG. See if that's... Oh, again, I stopped firing because I thought, ah, that's him dead. Save bullets. And it was only 80 damage. I'm going to have to replay some of this later on to see exactly how many bullets I'm putting into them. To not get a kill, that's... Yikes, a lot of bullets. Yeah, as I say, and I thought the TTK was going to be too low in this game. If they've... changed it such that the accuracy is much higher, but the damage is much lower. Ow. That's going to be interesting. And yet that medic took me out right quick. Felt like 2 or 3 hits at the most. Alright, I'm going to try this assault rifle with the assault rifle one more time. And then maybe move on to the medic for a bit of a comparison. That seems like that's right. Damn it. Yeah, that felt clunky. I'm going to turn the settings down. Yeah, and the longer you stay there, the blood pool sort of spreads under you. Alright, let's change my video settings mid-game, see if that completely crashes everything. Let's get post-processing and effects and lighting down to medium. They're quite high effects. See if that improves the feel of it. CPU usage is fine, so that's not that. Ow, that damaged me through the wall. Still not getting a great frame rate even that on medium. Wow. He couldn't see me at all, I couldn't see him. That snow can still be pretty distracting, especially in the darker places. Good job, man. Can't I spawn on him? There we go. Right, so we've got enemy here still. Let's get into a nice dark building. See if I can work out where they are. Oh man. Now, isn't that what I'm using? He seemed an awful lot more accurate than me with it. I saw him pretty quick. Dang it. I'm going to change to medic. Maybe I'm just not handling the recoil on this very well. That's the accurate give F43. Try that and we'll stick with our buddies.
Haben Sie einen Plan, Feldwebel?
It's not great. I just turned the graphics down. I've got a 1080 Ti, so I ought to have a problem. Hands. Have I planned how I'm going to customise my soldier? I need all the help I can get, so it's going to be camouflage, nothing showy. As much camouflage as I can get. Now that seemed to kill me behind cover. Yeah, all the controversy over customization. And I was firmly against the controversy, to be honest. I was stupid. But it's not that I want to customize heavily, because I'll be after camouflage, like I say. Just gotta go silent for a while. Talk to you in a sec. Ugh.
Erste Hilfe für dich! Das wird dir helfen, Soldat! Wir haben das Ziel erobert. Siehst aus wie neu. Beide unserer Soldaten. Das wird dir helfen. Das hier wird dir helfen, Sanitäter. Erste Hilfe, hier. Gut bei mir. Kampfbereit. Hier, erste Hilfe für dich.
Alles klar. Das Ziel ist unter Kontrolle.
Feindliche Sanitäter in Sichtweite.
Yeah, I was crouch running, wasn't I, there? Quite a long time. I forgot I was. Maybe that was what was affecting the aiming as well. That's the theory. I'm sure crouch running should
Hier, noch mehr.
shouldn't. Okay, crouch running should affect aiming, but crouching should be better aiming when you're stopped. Yeah, it could be something as simple as my sensitivity settings being different, I suppose. Just have a quick check. Oh, that's going to be under controls. I'm not interested in gamepad. Okay, so yeah. Everything about 50% when zoomed. No, that's pretty much how I do it. That's about right too. It just feels like there's some swimming happening. I swear I'm not this bad in Battlefield 1. And aiming. Should be aiming though. Ah, yikes. That was maybe recoil then. Oh, buddy revive. Thanks, dude.
Hier, Erste Hilfe.
Lass die Bastarde nicht durch!
Das wird dir helfen, Soldat. Hier, Erste Hilfe für dich. 1000 Dank, Soldat.
There he was.
Wir haben das Ziel an den Feind verloren!
There's a guy in there.
Hier, Erste Hilfe für dich, Soldat.
Yeah, I had to really slow down the fire rate to control the recoil there, but no one else seems to have to. Maybe that's just the way it feels. Perhaps the netcode's not as much fun as it could be. Stupid gunner. There's that enemy. Gotta go get him. It's a sniper.
Erste Hilfe.
Danke dafür! Treffer!
Erste Hilfe für dich.
Ich schulde dir was!
Wow. See how did that guy take me out? Hit so many bullets on target. I must be doing something horribly wrong. the keyboard shortcut for this damn thing? Ah, tank. Let's help out then, shall we? Where is he? Didn't the map say there was a tank right here? That means I took it out already. Love it. Some guy complaining there's a 10-second respawn timer. Wonder how quickly he'd like to respawn. Oh, that's my guy. What the hell? Many bullets to kill. Ouch. Sounds bad. Yikes. What have we got? Ah, I can't get over. Oh, yeah. Turns out I was surrounded.
Sekunde, ich lande!
Not a good spawn. Surrounded. I can see I've got a few viewers. As I've said, if anyone new, there's only a few of you, so just ask if there's anything you want to see, want me to try out. It's not a problem.
Hier, noch mehr Erste Hilfe.
Oh, I can't see a thing. And someone was I saying earlier the snow was less distracting? Look at that. Inside a dark building, it's pretty horrendous.
Erobert das verdammte Ziel.
See, when it gets busy, I can see the frame rates dropping to 60-ish. It feels like way less. It's very clunky indeed.
Sie haben das verdammte Ziel eingenommen.
That's just so many hits to kill. Can't believe I'm complaining about time to kill after the last alpha, where everything was so immediate. I think maybe they've gone too far the other way. I'd be interested to hear what Westy and Jack Frags and the like have to say about it. Scoring's pretty close. Jeez. He appears to be a better shot than me. I'm actually going to pick him and drop in if you have a chance. See where it is. Sounds like a V2. I'm not liking the way that was quiet.
Das Ziel verloren, Soldat.
Not sure what that fortification was for. Let's give him cover from the rear though. I suppose that's pretty handy.
Wir haben das Ziel erobert. Weiter so.
Los, erobern wir das Ziel dort.
Oh, I can do it.
Das Ziel, Soldat.
Oh, I see. Where do I want to call it in? Maybe on C.
Wir haben das Ziel gesichert.
Trupp benötigt
That
einen
poor guy there, he hangs
Aufklärungsschlag auf
around.
diese Position. Wurde angewiesen. Macht euch bereit.
Los, verteidigt das Ziel dort. Los, erobert das Ziel dort.
Yeah, you can't repeat this V2 for a good long time at least. But the number of points you need is not much. Whee! That's fun. That is fun to call in. That just felt weird. Forward. Where are these guys? Close game. Give him a GG for that. Dweevy, what's your take on the building aspect of the game? Do you think every class should be able to build fortifications, or should it be classes that take a certain tool? No, I like the way they've done it. It's nice that all classes can build some fortifications, but I believe it's only the support can do things like adding heavy guns to fortifications. Maybe there's one or two other things that only support should be able to do, but you know, I don't think throwing up sandbags or nailing a board to a window is particularly specialised. So yeah, no, I kind of like the way they've done it. Basic fortifications for everyone, but support class for the good stuff. Maybe that will be expanded in the future, so support can do more than just stick up a heavy machine gun, but that's quite something to be able to do that, to be honest. So that was a good game. I did enjoy that, but again, I'm finding the final moments of aiming in close quarters combat, when I'm having to really swing my aim around, it's just flying around. Maybe I've got my sensitivity higher than I'm used to in Battlefield 1, but I don't think so, because when I'm not aiming, or when I'm aiming at people further away, it feels fine. I mean, that's alright. I've got it. I always have it set so when I'm aiming, my sensitivity is lower to get better accuracy. But when I'm hip firing from close range, it just feels like it's not really following. That the gunfire is not really following my target. I don't know. Something feels off.
Erober das Ziel dort, macht schon!
Right, let's get some squad points amassed. Start calling in those V2s. I kind of feel like the V2's a bit overpowered, really, but to be honest, I guess there wasn't. Didn't have much of an idea of where to use it then. I guess because there's not much spotting. It really needs to be a coordinated effort for it to work.
Erober das Ziel dort, macht schon!
Right, T got taken quite quick, so. Bullet drop on that, look at it! That does not feel powerful. That medic gun. To EV, you prefer it was a perk. Yeah, I don't think fortification is that useful that you should restrict it heavily. I don't think people would do it. It just wouldn't happen. And it's something that is a kind of a squad thing rather than a particular person thing. I don't know. I guess I don't think it's that. Where did he go? Ah, I may have found the source of my issue. Okay, this is going to be subtle for you guys to see. If I just tap my left button, I move to the left, but then my aim slides back to the right. In fact, if I go right, it then slides. I move, but then it slides to the right. Movement is doing something really funky to my aim when it's your aim when it's settling. Yeah, I shall have to make a video of that and
Hier, erste Hilfe schadet nicht!
give some feedback. There was a thing that happened for a while in Battlefield 1 after, I think it was immediately after the I think it was immediately after the final DLC. That had some drifting. Yeah. You guys see that? If I just tap left, that it moves back to the right after it moves left. If I tap right. It's like I'm only briefly tapping right, and it's moving a tiny bit right, then at least moving again
Hier, erste Hilfe für dich.
as far again right after I settle. Very weird.
für dich.
Weiter so. Zieh erobert. Damit kommst du wieder auf die Beine.
Ah.
Verteidigt das Ziel dort. Das ist ein Kinderspiel.
Das ist mein Ziel!
I hear him.
Helft mir schnell!
Kennen uns. Mehr Munition.
Ooh. There's firing.
Erste Hilfe für dich.
Haltet an! Verteidigt euch! Soldaten!
The recoil.
Was für meine Wunden?
That looks like, to me, they've added random bullet deviation. What? I thought they weren't going to do that.
Die Bastarde haben das Ziel erobert. Panzer nähert sich.
That's a tank.
Da kommt ein verdammter Panzer.
Not much I can do about that. Tell you what I will do. I'll run. Wait for the assault guy to actually respond to the fact that we've got a Panzer. Sorry, 3V, when your character picks a salmon from a dead body and brings it up to the camera, are you still able to ADS? Interesting. I will attempt to fire through that animation for you, see what happens. With hope. Well, I don't know. They're going for some level of realism, so if you pick up ammo, it should stop you aiming. The problem is you can pick up ammo by accident, yeah?
Erste Hilfe, Soldat.
Alright, so let's try it now. Didn't I just kill a guy down here? No. Something else must have... Oh, no, there it is. Someone else just picked it up. Hey man, that was my kill. That was my ammo. Just easy this way. got you, Freddy. Oh,
Greif zu!
hurts.
Erste Hilfe! Noch mehr Erste Hilfe!
That didn't actually heal me. There you go. Ah!
Du musst hier weg!
Come on. Need the target. Where'd he go? He's there. So how can he be right there?
Bewegung! Erobert das Ziel dort!
Haben das Ziel verloren! Weg!
Well, that correction is what it should be doing
Hier! Erste Hilfe!
when you've got lag. Yeah, you were asking earlier about interrupting the ammo. I was able to ADS even though I was doing that pick up the ammo animation there. So at least there isn't, it hasn't got
Da!
that
Erste Hilfe
interruption.
für dich!
Merci, Soldat!
Did someone just... someone
Erste
just
Hilfe,
thanked me
hier.
for...
Noch mehr! Erste Hilfe! Soldat!
someone just thanked me for medical supplies in French. Not
Hier.
sure you'd have
Erste
many
Hilfe!
Ich bin getroffen!
French
Helft mir!
in the German army. Interesting. Then again, you never know. Say no more.
Vorwärts! Erobert das Ziel dort!
Just remember to report that one. You don't expect a merci from a German friend. Yeah, you could grief your friends by throwing them ammo and medical supplies, so they can't aim. That'd be a great way to grief snipers.
Sagst du dazu? Ja, Ziel gehört uns!
Erste Hilfe, Soldat!
Ich hab ein Ziel!
Ah, Definitely something up with the movement. Ah, couldn't spawn on A when it was being taken down.
Das Ziel dort! Nehmt es ein!
Yeah, Dweeby, you can sprint while you're crouching, which I was actually doing earlier and didn't realise. I kind of left it switched on. The indication is that your weapon is up in the air, so it is pretty clear, just got to get used to it.
Hier, das bringt dich wieder auf die Beine.
Sehr schön!
Let's try to get around my squad mates' lives. I'm gonna get shot. Get shot.
Hier, noch mehr Erste Hilfe.
Danke!
They're running around above us. Your feet on boards.
Ihr müsst das Ziel dort verteidigen.
Ooh, I should be able to call in a strike. Let's see if I can get that tank. Come on. Oh, I haven't got enough. Only enough for a tank. 40,000 for the V2. Okay.
Wir haben das Ziel an den Feind verloren!
Ja, erobert das Ziel dort.
Ah. Really, I'm not used to that weapon. Yeah, Dweevy, I like the look at it. And it's more difficult in that soldiers are not spotted all the time. That does make it more tactical, and the limited ammo and that sort of stuff, so yeah, I like that. But they've got to get this gunplay better. It feels weird at the moment. But that was just weird. Anything close up. Could have sworn I put about 50 bullets into that guy. shots.
Verteidigt das Ziel, das wir nennen. Los, erobert das Ziel dort.
Yeah. What's your performance like in Battlefield 1, 3B? What did he just kill me with? STG. I suppose that was face to face. Uh-oh. He was having the same fun I was at close range.
Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern.
The game's had a bit of a turn. We seem to be losing all of a sudden. That's just ridiculous.
Alles klar. Das Ziel ist unter Kontrolle.
Das wird dir helfen.
Sanitäter!
Ah, okay, Dweeby. Yeah. You don't really want this to get more demanding then. I think it's going to be a little bit, but they get an awful lot out of it. It's certainly not optimized yet though. I don't know if you saw earlier, but I've got this mostly on high now, and a couple on medium. And it's telling me most of the time I'm between sort of 60 and 80 FPS when things are happening, so I've got a 1080 Ti. It's certainly not optimized yet.
Erobert das Ziel dort, Soldaten.
Nearly got enough points for a V2.
Damit kommst du wieder auf die Beine. Vorwärts. Erobert das Ziel dort.
Yeah, that's got random bullet deviation. Ah. They are not going to the same place every time. I thought they weren't having that. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm happy to have that. But when you're not expecting it. Certainly means SMGs short range only.
Geradewegs in die Hölle!
Nearly time for that B2.
Panzer da drüben.
Oh, and there's a prime target for it. Come on, let me pull it in.
Behaltet den Panzer im Auge.
Here we go. That's right on top of him.
Feindliche MG-Schütze gesichtet.
Einen V1 Luftschlag auf diese Position. Angewiesen. Macht euch bereit.
Here it comes. Where's the rocket?
Pass auf dich auf.
There it is. There's the Panzer. This is going to be nice. Ah, he's moved.
Hier, erste Hilfe für dich.
No, he didn't. Well, I killed someone anyway. No, maybe not the tank.
Also schön, erobert das Ziel dort.
Jeez. I'm gonna try more and better aiming, I think. Oh, I've fallen inside some. Right. See if I can get this SMG to aim better. Ah. Damn it.
Kann mir jemand helfen?
Let's go to the more accurate medic gun. I think this is going to be horrible to use though, because every time I move... Oh! Now I don't seem to be suffering from that strange shift at the end of moving. Ah, I'm trying to test here, stop shooting me. Tweevy, they seem to be at the moment up. We've got very limited loadouts and only like a couple of archetypes on one of the classes. But it seems like if these are representative of what we're being gained, that yeah, we'll be able to pick some universal weapons. The medic, for instance, has got an SMG and the more usual SLR, which I was trying to use and got shot there. So this is the medic SLR. But it's what I was using previously with the medic was an SMG, so if that's their intention on going, and it's not just for this alpha,
Los, erobert das Ziel
then
dort.
yeah, we're getting some universal weapons. Or maybe it's just that the archetype system will allow a bit more flexibility. Maybe you have to pick a particular archetype to get sort of more non-standard class weapons, but it seems there'll be a bit more freedom. Yeah. Get to a safe spot. I'll test that strafe twitch again, or drift or whatever it was. So, it still seems to be doing it. See, I move a tiny bit to the left and it moves to the right. I move a tiny bit to the right and it moves to the right. It's almost like while your gun's settling, it still moves your sights. Not great.
Das Ziel verloren, Soldat!
Los! Erobern wir das Ziel dort!
It's game over. Another win, guys. Oh, I've got some packet loss. That doesn't help. Packet loss and latency variation will definitely produce that drifting effect. Just gonna. It's gone quiet because I'm just firing up a browser window to have a look at the if I'm getting packet loss. I've got a little monitor. Certainly my latency and packet loss is higher. Get out of it with them notifications. So that's an interesting summary. I did get some eventually. Oh dear. It looks like the game's doing that thing where it just keeps letting people join the game past 32 players. Which does not help performance. Oh damn it. I've lost your Chrome is doing this annoying thing where it just opens absolutely everything, even when I want to open one window. Just trying to get your chat back, it disappeared. There we go. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Dweeby. The limitations by class were quite strict in Battlefield 1. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I actually prefer it, but I know what you're saying. Certainly my PC seems to have stopped crashing. Taken the performance down.
Hier, erste Hilfe für dich, Soldat.
Damn it. He sneaked up on me, didn't he? Come on. You can do it. Let's get up to sea. No, he's not going to get us. Okay. I'll be getting out then. Ooh, the frame rate's come to buggering. That's really not helping me. And that was some lag also. How do I show the... network chart? Looks like something's gone horribly wrong. Yeah, frame rate indicator's up.
Erobert das verdammte Ziel!
overflow are dead.
Scheiße, helft mir! Schon viel besser. Nicht die Nerven verlieren. Greif zu! Erste Hilfe! Danke!
Dweeby, do some commentaries. Yeah, I will, like I have done for BF1. I don't like to do it too early though. Everything is going to change, basically. So to do anything in depth about the weapons at this point, I'd just end up having to redo it all. I will be, I might well do some commentary about this build of the alpha. There's a few things which are odd. I'm getting that drift again. Look, see that? You can see it against the. If you look at those steel plates in front of me, all I'm doing is briefly pressing left, and it moves back to the right. If I press right, it moves right, and then moves a bit more right once I've let go of the button. So something is definitely wrong with like interpolation or smoothing or some shit. There's some counter sniping. See, that feels like it did in the previous game. Ah, that looked like random bullet deviation after that first shot. I don't know. Don't know.
Sie haben das verdammte Ziel eingenommen.
Stand still. Let me just try this with a bit of technical test. If I aim for the top of that tree, I'm having to compensate for sway. If I don't move my mouse, like you can see, the sway is almost half the width of the tree. Sort of double figure eight, which is kind of like Battlefield 1. But if I keep my aim on the top of that tree and it's hard to see because the bullet drops below the point of that sight. I don't know. Was there random bullet deviation? Oh, now I've got one bullet left. Oops. Let's go down and get some ammo. That was the short way down. Xbox ahoy, eh? Yeah, I might want to check him out, see what you're saying. But yeah, you can be sure I'll... Do you know, even if I don't particularly... Even if I end up not particularly liking BF5, I can't imagine that, to be honest, but even if I don't, I'll make a few videos. I like to make guides for people, really, you know, tell them how to help them choose the right weapons and understand the underlying mechanics, that sort of thing, because I don't think DICE do that adequately, really. They kind of just leave it to you to work it out. Ah. I can't tell anything particularly wrong from that net graph. I'll turn that off. Yeah, you're right, Dweeby. No, I don't mind you talking about someone else's channel in mine. It's not like I'm a big YouTube star to worry about that. But yeah, no, I'd be interested to see someone else's similar work.
Erste Hilfe!
Oh, hip firing knocks are
Noch mehr
great.
Erste Hilfe!
Vielen Dank.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do try to make mine concise and useful if I can. Oh, where's he gone? What? I shot. That didn't seem to be a headshot, but I went down in one. Squiped. Table's turning. I do prefer this. I do prefer more accurate guns generally, but there's still something weird. My FPS is dropping below 60. About this. About this rifle.
Verteidigt das Ziel dort, Soldat!
Well, no, not about this rifle in particular, but about something weird going on with aiming.
Wir haben es bei der Ziel angenommen.
Occasionally, I can fire, and it feels great, but then the next few encounters will be just what the hell happened there.
Hier, noch mehr Erste Hilfe!
Where did he go? Maybe it's because I tend to make small movements between firing to
Mehr Erste Hilfe!
put people's aim off. With that interpolation weirdness happening, it's totally throwing my aim. That could be it. Oh, Dweevy, I helped you do the Peacekeeper, did I? Yeah, no problem, man. My pleasure. I really enjoyed the Easter eggs in Battlefield 1. Good fun. You're not seeing the mouse movement thing. Let me...
Ziel eingenommen.
So I'm only moving, like, compared to the edge of the lip of this bin that's on its side here. If I just move a little bit to the left, you'll see that it moves back to the right. So all I'm doing is tapping the A key. And at the end of the... sort of while my soldier settles, there's a tiny movement back to the right. So it goes left and then goes right. So it looks like I'm going left and right. Look at the end of my gun especially, but my sights are doing it too. To a lesser extent. And if I move right, it moves a tiny bit right. And then moves a bit more right after I've let go. Something weird happening there.
Erste Hilfe, greif zu!
Zu freundlich. Schwer verletzt. Das war einer unserer Soldaten.
Where are you getting shot from?
Ist ja ein richtiger Scharfschütze.
Hier, das bringt dich wieder auf die Beine!
Sehr schön.
Sneaky.
Erobert das Ziel dort, Soldaten!
Verrecke gleich.
Seem to revive him. There we go.
Einer unserer Leute ist getroffen. Erste Hilfe, Soldat. In der Falle. Hat wer was für mich?
See a thing.
Versuch den Alarmfeuer!
Ah, driving in, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess it's close up. I'm not surprised you can't quite see it. It's quite subtle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort of take a chunk out of the stream and upload it for the devs to see. So yeah, I'm quite liking that medic rifle. I'm going to go back to the other medic SMG and see if it was a temporary weirdness or something that put me off it. But I mean, accuracy shouldn't be great at distance with an SMG, but
Ihr müsst das Ziel dort verteidigen.
felt pretty horrible. Let's get some ammo while I'm here. I like that it doesn't start you with your full maximum possible capacity. It just takes a lot of hits. I mean, you gotta get used to it, I guess. Damn it. Yeah, that's just so many hits. Dang it. Okay, well, it's not surprising I don't like the SMG, I guess. I'm not... Usually I prefer more accurate stuff. I'm going to go back and try the assault rifle. Ah, was I using the wrong one before for it to be more accurate? Ah, it's damage and accuracy. No, I was using the right one. That assault rifle is supposed to be more accurate, which is should be what I prefer. That's usually my style. There he is. Jeez. Here. Oh, heard him coming. Open fire first. Didn't matter. And that was a medic with the MP40 I was struggling with. So it must be me. Dweevy, audio clutter. Yeah, I guess. I kind of like the chaos of war though, and the audio clutter. I can still hear. Like I heard that guy creeping up on me, so I don't know.
Vorwärts! Erobert das Ziel dort!
Oh, that's friendly. That's not. Ah. That's another medic with an MP40 taking me out. Dang it. Well, other people seem to be getting on better with it than I do. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Wow. Oh well, I guess I distracted him from my buddy there. Let's have a think about what I can hear.
Erobert das Ziel dort.
It's a tank. Damn it. That's a tank round. A shell. That's a miss. Come on. Oh, that was a point blank hit into the... Oh, I'm really doing terribly. Will LMGs be the same as in BF1? With the old negative spread? I don't think they are, because spread or random bullet deviation is not supposed to be in, although I'm sure I've noticed it. Let me go see. I'll just do a test burst for you. So that felt like pretty consistent random left right, not getting any better if I try and control the recoil. Nope, that spread seems consistent, or rather the recoil seems consistent. If I just do one after the other, I'm not supposed to go to exactly the same place. Well, I didn't seem to. I mean, that seemed to have some spread, some random deviation to me. It's hard to tell. Well, I would say you can see those bullets aren't all hitting the same place.
Hier, Munition. Mach was draus.
Oh, that's a tank. Let's put one there. And one there. See if I can get him to come after me. I'm convinced that they want to. Ow! Oh man, interfering with my testing. Yeah, thanks for coming, DV. See you next time. Ow. Sniped. Sniped again. I lost that sniper.
Ich hab hier ein Problem. Helft mir.
Yeah. Onto that tree then.
Bitte, helft mir. Hallo. Bitte, helft mir.
No, don't want to do a buddy revive. Doesn't want to do a buddy revive. He's under a tree up there, isn't he? Sniper. Either way, oh man, they're taking everything behind us now.
Alles klar. Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern. Munition, hier.
Yeah.
Erobert das Ziel dort, Soldaten!
Wir müssen mir helfen.
Hier, erste Hilfe bitte!
Gerade wahr!
Munition, hier!
Was sagst du dazu?
Vorsicht, Panzer! Ich habe Munition für dich! Verteidigt das Ziel dort! Das ist ein Kinderspiel!
Damn those snipers. What? God's sake. That was a long snipe.
Wir müssen das Ziel dort erobern!
Uh-oh. I hear me too. Keep running.
Soldaten! Wir haben das Ziel!
Das war eine Meisterleistung. Verteidigt das Ziel. Wo hast du mich?
Ah.
Achtung! Ziel eingenommen!
Just got enough squad points for V2. Jeffrey Cafe. Hey man. Maybe to a teammate wants ammo. Yes, he did want ammo. Yeah. I was just busy taking out a sniper though. Ow, ow,
Erobert das
ow,
Ziel
ow.
dort!
Guy's still shooting at me.
Wir haben das Ziel erobert.
Squad mate.
Hier, Munition für dich! Munition, Soldat!
Ich schulde dir was.
Bewegung! Erobert das Ziel dort!
Sniped again. I wasn't seeing any indicator on the UI that he wanted ammo, though. I didn't hear anything, I don't think.
Kampfbereit.
Damn it. Swamped all directions, they were coming there. recoil. Right, let's follow this tank up, shall we? We have our tank advancing on the right. Who's that pinging me from B? A, probably. No, from B. Once again, snipers are a continual pest.
Munition für dich. Du hast was gut. Da, Munition. 1000 Dank, Soldat!
Said fortification built, and nothing appeared. Still says it's built, and nothing's appeared. Huh. I had to move away before it appeared.
Erobern wir dieses Ziel! Für dich, Munition!
Get out of here.
Die Munition geht aufs Haus!
Yep, that just kind of drew attention to me. And sniped.
Scharfschütze, schieß auf dich!
Jeffrey Cafe. Yes, you can build in this game. Only in particular places, though. It's more like you can reinforce flags generally. Sometimes in roads you can put up blockages and whatnot. But yeah, all players can rebuild. If I bring out my tool, it'll show me where I can, but there's nowhere nearby. Oh my god. Let's get B. Maybe D would be a good first start. Have to go in the front.
Mein Gesicht! Vergesst mir nicht!
Right, I've got enough for a V2 rocket. I kind of need to use that before the game runs out. But I need a ladder to get some height because you've got to aim it with binoculars. This is a real shame. The game's going to end before I get to use it. Let's get up to B. See if we can see anything worth. Ah, here we go. Let's see what I'm bringing it in on. Oh well,
Anfrage
let's
für
just
einen
bring it in.
V1-Luftschlag auf diese Position. Kein Problem, Luftschlag in Kürze.
Ihr könntet das Ziel besetzen!
There it is. Game ended before my rocket landed. We won again. Another close game. rockets are cool. I'm not sure if maybe they're a bit overpowered, but they certainly are cool. Right. Alright, I'm going to give it a break for a little while, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll maybe see you in an hour or so.